You are watching The Wellness Hour, leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, how to jumpstart your metabolism with us. And we're talking specifically about women 40 plus. And we're with board certified gynecologist and family practice physician, Dr. Beck. Dr. Beck, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Randy. It's wonderful to be here.
All right, now for people that don't know you, and we've had you on the show before to talk about bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. Mm-hmm. So for people that don't know you, we've had you on the program talking about bioidentical hormones replacement therapy, but what are the different services you offer? I guess, as we mentioned, gynecologist. Mm-hmm. What is it you do? What are the different services?
Well, I'm an actively practicing OBGYN in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Do you deliver babies as well?
Of course, every day. I can be called out at 3 a.m. for that at any moment, which makes, the office practice a little crazy because I'm trying to help people in my office and I can be called over to the hospital at any moment. Okay. So I'm doing deliveries, I'm doing gynecological surgeries, hysterectomies, laparoscopes, anything that you would associate with a normal GYN. But I've also taken my practice to a whole different level, dealing with nutritional counseling and natural hormone therapy and alternative therapies as well. Okay, so now what do you consider yourself? Because I know that, in fact, we met at the American Academy of Anti-Aging conference. Right. And this is where doctors, I guess, from all over the world. Yep, they fly into these conferences and they bounce ideas off each other and they share the newest and greatest medicine ideas, basically. Okay. So we share research, double-blinded research, clinical research going on. It can be stem cell research, newest things in oncology, but mainly in nutrition and natural hormones. And you're getting so that we're all kind of on the same page of what's going on that year.
So less and less OR stuff now for you.
Less and less OR stuff because I'm doing more and more nutritional counseling and more natural hormone
and women are feeling better.
They really
every day.
They're feeling better every day, which is taking me out of the OR every day. So the things that I've discovered through the Anti-Aging Society have really helped me take people to a new level. Okay. They're taking back their health in a natural way. It's curing their problems so that they don't need the hysterectomy. It's solving the problems of the heavy menstrual periods. It's making their cysts go away. It's taking away their infertility. And I'm not doing as much surgery.
All right. So women, and we're talking about weight loss today, jump starting your metabolism. Right. That women, we're in the green room. I mean, you believe that women are under a different set of circumstance once they start going through the menopause or perimenopause.
Right.
Elaborate on that.
Well, we're under a different circumstance than men as far as weight loss to begin with. Okay. Men have more muscle mass than women do. So that's why you can be going through the same weight loss program as your husband. He's always going to lose a little bit more weight quicker than you are. All right. Because we don't have as much muscle, as much metabolism as our husbands. Okay. So they're a little bit bigger, they've got a little bit more muscle, they're going to drop weight quicker than we do. So that's the one thing that I kind of bring home to women is that you've got to realize not to compete with your husband because you'll lose time after time. Okay. So you've got to concentrate on yourself, you've got to be in a good place and realize that you're making life changes. Okay. Right. And that you're doing this for the long run and this is not a competition.
But my question
you're trying to be healthy.
Why is it tougher for women, though, besides the muscle mass? I mean, once they've started the menopause.
Well, your hormones are decreasing as well, too. So we're not at the same hormonal levels that we were in our 20s. Okay. Which makes a huge difference with your metabolism as well. So when you're in your 50s, as soon as menopause hits, you're down to 20%. You're living on 20% of your hormones than compared to what you were in your 20s. So that makes a huge difference with your metabolism. So metabolism defined, I mean, is that the energy system of the body? I mean, your little mitochondria have to make energy. Okay. And they do that with the help of your thyroid and your estrogen, progesterone, your testosterone. And if you're living on 20% of what you used to in your 20s, then how are you going to have the same metabolism?
Okay.
So, if that makes any sense. So.
And you're also looking at food allergies.
Definitely.
Can make you fat.
There's so many different aspects to why women are putting on weight very slowly. So it's not that people are having actual food allergies. You're not eating something and breaking out in hives, although some people are doing that as well, and that's going unrecognized. It might be that you're just having food sensitivities. Someone might be having problems with gluten. Okay. And the minute
like bread, wheat.
Wheat. So the pizzas and the cookies and the crackers, which also could be considered high carb, but it might be that the person's actually reacting to wheat itself. They're not a celiac, okay, but maybe they're just sensitive to it. And as soon as you take that out of their diet, it could be tomatoes, it could be nuts, it could be any other sort of food group. And once you realize what that person's immune system is actually having problems with and what that person's body is having reactions to, and you take that out of their diet, they're going to lose weight naturally, just not having their immune system upregulated and fighting against that food every day.
So somebody comes in, I mean, a woman comes in, I mean, you're doing hormone panels, standard blood tests, these food allergy testing, and there are, that means a food may show up on this allergy test.
Right.
That you eliminate it, and they're able to lose weight again.
Yeah, and it's not usually just one food. It's usually a combination of different foods that they've fallen in love with, and they're overeating. So once we identify these foods and we take those foods out of their diet for maybe 3 or 4 months, they're amazed at how the weight just kind of slowly falls off of them and how much better they feel, mainly because their energy is increased. So once your energy is back, you're out there back in life doing the things that you used to love to do, but you just really didn't have the energy to do. So maybe you were getting headaches or you were getting aches and pains, and they're gone.
Okay. So. Take me through the process. Okay, so to jumpstart your metabolism or lose weight, your program there in your office, they come in specifically for weight loss. What happens on day one? What are you guys talking about? And are you usually the doc of last resort in this case?
Well, we're just now actually starting up an official weight loss program.
Okay.
So they might actually come into me just for weight loss.
All right.
But a lot of times they've come into me for another problem entirely. So they've come into me for PMS or fatigue or some other problem, menopause possibly. They've heard about us from a friend because their friend has gotten some good results from me. We don't do a lot of advertising, so it's all kind of word of mouth. And most of the people are worried about their weight in some aspect or another. So we all want to keep ourselves looking nice. So that's always one of their concerns. It might not be their main concern. But what we found is that when we're working with people, the weight just comes off naturally when we put them through our program. So part of our program, other than looking at the hormones and the nutritional deficiencies and the food sensitivities, is always addressing sleep and weight. Okay. So
how could not sleeping make somebody overweight or cause them to make it difficult?
I think any woman knows that we, for most part, are caretakers. So we're going to make sure that our family is taken care of, our husbands are taken care of, work's taken care of before we are. So a lot of times that might take not sleeping as much as we should. So if you're living on 4 or 5 hours of sleep, there's so many studies out there to show that if you're living on less than 7 hours of sleep a night, you will naturally put on over 5 pounds a year.
Okay.
So, or maybe they're trying to sleep.
And why is that though? Why is that? What's going on?
Well, you're not getting the deep REM sleep that you need to actually let your body regenerate and really balance all the hormones that your body needs to be doing on its own. So really that REM sleep is where everything happens, where your body coordinates everything.
So your goal is to get them sleeping again?
Definitely. That's one of the top things that I try to do, is try to address everyone's sleep habits, which is one of the hardest things that we address too.
Now, you mentioned hormones. You're looking at hormones. So what hormones affect weight loss?
Pretty much every hormone that we look at.
Okay.
So there's not one hormone that's going to help with weight loss more so than the others.
But thyroid, tell me about thyroid.
Well, thyroid's always a big one. So thyroid, there are going to be so many different symptoms. You know, there's going to be fatigue, hair loss, there's going to be puffiness under the eyes, dark circles, maybe lump in the throat, dry skin, brittle nails, heavy periods, infertility, recurrent miscarriages, maybe swelling in the ankles, just not feeling good, muscle aches. So there's so many different types of symptoms, but not losing weight easily, having that fatigue all day, headaches in the morning, those are probably some of the most common symptoms that people will present. So it's not that anything else in your life has changed. You're not eating any differently than you ever did, but you gained 5 to 10 pounds and they're not going anywhere.
All right. What about thyroid though? Because we are just about out of time.
Okay.
With thyroid, how could a thyroid affect?
Well, the truth is with thyroid, if it goes undiagnosed, you're not going to lose weight no matter what you're trying to do. So no matter what weight loss program that you enter, it's going to be unsuccessful. So the thyroid is your metabolism. And if it goes unrecognized, you're going to be behind the 8 ball.
Have there been people that you've met over the years that you do a test and they're not or very low thyroid, give them thyroid and all of a sudden more energy, exercising more, losing weight?
Yes.
So you've seen that.
And there's people that come in on thyroid medication already that numbers are normal and they're still having symptoms of hypothyroidism.
So what do you do then? What is it?
Well, it's a matter of maximizing the thyroid to their levels.
Okay.
So the more that they're optimized, the better that they're feeling, the more that their metabolism is better for them.
So when you balance all of their hormones, because we've had you on the program before talking about hormones. So when you look at estrogen, progesterone, DHEA, testosterone, when you replenish those hormones to more youthful levels, and clean up their diet and getting them eating, as you say, do you see that? I mean,
everything comes together. So it's not one thing that is more important than the other. It has to be everything together. It has to be an entire comprehensive program. So it's really not that these people are failing the weight loss systems that they're trying. It's really that the weight loss systems that they're trying are failing them, because they're not addressing all of the things that made them gain weight in the first place. So they need a comprehensive system that looks at everything that made them gain weight in the first place.
Okay, good.
You can't just take away calories, because what happened? Are you going to live on 1,000 calories for the rest of your life? No one can live that life.
So you're giving them real food?
Oh yeah, they have to eat real food.
And they're going to meet weekly with one of your nutritionists?
They're going to meet weekly with the nutritionist. They're going to learn to eat real food. They're going to learn to have their life back again.
All right. Okay, final message. Somebody that to get started on your weight loss program, just call your office, make an appointment.
Call our office. Check us out on our website, drbecktorres.com.
All right. Thank you so much.